Hi everybody, this is Diane. I thought today, for today's video, I would do a little bit of sorting of some trinkets. I've been wanting to do that because they're kind of a mess and they're kind of all over. So let me just take you on a little trinket tour of my room. So right here is a container with little drawers that have trinkety bits in them, as Tim Holtz calls them. And there's just a variety of things there, and I don't think we're even going to touch this today. That's not trinkets. And then I just have my beads and things like that over here. On my table, my temporary table, I have more beads that need to be sorted into my bead container. And I have this little box that was sitting up there where we were just looking, and it has jewelry pieces. We're not going to look at any of this stuff. I've got other trinkets I need to deal with. And over here, waiting for me, is this box. Well, this little tray here is trinkety things that I've picked up recently, the last few flea market trips, or my friend Debbie's stuff that she gave me. There's some things in there. And I have these little cases in here that we'll take a look at. I don't know if we'll do anything with them. What I really want to work on is over in this nook area. Right here, I have a jar, and in this drawer is full of stuff. And that little bag, and there was a couple of nails there hanging in, already nailed into the wall, so I just hung those things up there. So I want to take that, and I see I have this little dish here, buttons and beads. I think I'll deal with that later too. What I want to focus on today is this bag, that jar, and this drawer. So I'm going to set up at my table and I'll be right with you. Okay, we're at my table. Let me just refresh my memory on what is in this box. See if I need to do anything with any of these things today. These are pieces of cut up vintage rulers. I'm just going to leave them there. One of these boxes is missing. I think I took it out and put rubber stamps in it. And in here we have jingle bells, and I have these little images of golden books that I cut from the back covers of old golden books. So I'm going to move these. I never use them because I don't think of them being in here. I will take them out. We'll put the jingle bells back. I might do something else with them later. I just want to remind myself what's in here. This is Tim Holtz acrylic, is it acrylic? Or acetate letters, plus some vintage ones. These big ones are vintage that I got at the flea market, and these are quite thick. But these are the little acetate ones from Tim Holtz that I always forget about. I forget about everything that's in this container. This is vintage drawer pulls. So there's old hardware in here. I do know that. This is keys and the escutcheon, or whatever they're called. Oh, I should put these somewhere else. These are to make the little, they hold a notebook, hold pages together. And this goes on the spine of a notebook or a book. So on the spine of a binder, and then you would write what's in it. So I got this at the flea market too. And I never do anything with them. I should probably find a way to use them on a journal. I'm going to leave them out. These are some more drawer pulls. This is Tim Holtz metal stuff. I'm going to leave those in here for now. These are old little buckles and garter belt pieces. Just vintage things that have been in button boxes and things like that. These are book plates. I should try to use those more often. I used to use them. These are pins or earrings. I think these are the earrings. Yeah, and these are the pins. Vintage jewelry. And these are parts of the pieces that came off of broken earrings. Just, it doesn't have the earring part, just the, you know what I'm saying. These are just some decorative metal pieces. There's a lot of metal in this container. And these are metal letters. I had the acetate ones. These are metal ones. Are these Tim Holtz or are these vintage? Oh, these are vintage because I only bought, they only had F, G, and H. I remember buying those at the flea market. So that's what's in this box, which I will deal with another day. But I have these. So since I have those there, let us start with this, because this pouch has a lot of these chipboard pieces, like old puzzle pieces and stuff. I don't want to dump everything out all at once. Well, I have this game, and it would take up less space if I would take it out of the box, but I don't really want to. These are very thick pieces, and I did use at least one or two on a spine so far. And I think I ended up buying 2 puzzles of maps. So I'm going to put all the maps together. Maybe I can put these pieces in Ziploc bags or something to kind of separate them and make it easier for me to find what I want. This is from another game, I think. And these chipboard pieces are from a scrapbooking kit. I don't know. I don't think I bought them. I may have gotten them in a Happy Mail, but they're pretty thick, and I thought I could use some of these. Probably not that one. Maybe not that one. But these littler ones I can put on the spine of a book. I have these puzzle pieces. They're like a wood veneer. And I believe my sister gave these to me a long time ago, and I thought I could use those, but I haven't done it. But I could, couldn't I? I could paint those or stamp on them. And you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to put together, I don't think I'll use that, not on a spine, but I could maybe use it on a cover. I'm going to have to take some of these pieces and put them in bundles and sell them for anyone else that's interested in using these kinds of pieces, because this is way too much. Okay, we've got all of these sorted. That was just what was in the pouch. I have all of these memory cards, and I'm pretty sure I bought another map puzzle, but I don't see it. Yeah, because there was another puzzle too that wasn't maps. I'm going to take a look around and I'll be back. I found it. I don't know if it's got map pieces, but it's got puzzle pieces. Yeah, it's got some maps, I believe. Okay, this is fun. Looking at all this cool stuff that I have and imagining what I'm going to do with it. So I have these tiles for a memory game. And in this bag that I just discovered on the floor over there is another game. I love these felt pieces. So these will not be in the trinkety things. They'll be maybe with my appliques and things like that. We have some more tiles with images. I think these go with a different game. So I have a lot of tiles. There's the other map puzzle. gonna find something else to do with those really big pieces. I could just do this whole video on these kind of things, all these chipboard pieces. And then I have these letters. I think this maybe was a Sesame Street puzzle. I don't remember, but it's got all these letters, which are pretty cool. Okay, I think that's all the chipboard pieces. So I'm going to go get some bags, and I'm going to take some right now because I can't organize these unless I get rid of some. So I'm going to go through right now, and I may delete some of the video. I may leave some in so you can see what I'm pulling out. I also have these, but they are not even chipboard. These are plastic. They're lightweight, but I could put bales on those too. All right, I'm gonna go get some baggies. Okay, so I'm gonna pick out how many of these I might want to use. Just take a bunch. I think that'll be more than enough. I'll put 2 back. How about that? And I'm going to keep all the letters. I'm going to put those in here with this. Now I'll put 10 of these in baggies. Those 2 I put back, they're going back in my bag because I had 10, 20, 30, 40, 52 left. So I don't need those 2 in these bags. Now let's put some of these puzzle pieces in there. These are pretty lightweight pieces, but these would be fun to paint and decorate. I'll put 5 in. I have 5 piles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm gonna put 5 in each bag and see how many that leaves me. Oh, I'll still have plenty. I'll still have this many. Keep all the golden book ones and these scrapbooking ones. Okay, puzzle pieces. I'm not going to include these really big ones. I don't know if anybody would want to use those on a spine. Seems like they would be in the way. Something like that might even be too big, but I think I will include those, and I'm kind of going to sort them in size, according to size. Okay, now I'm going to choose some of these to put in mine. I want the Pennsylvania one. I saw it. Well, I probably went in the other pile. I'm having trouble reading because of my eye infection. And I put ointment in it a short while ago. But it causes blurry vision anyway. And then when I put the eye ointment in, I can't see anything from that eye. It's Pennsylvania. These are just probably too little to hang. Maybe this one. Okay, now I'll just divide these up into 5 piles. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll keep some for myself. Okay. And I will do the memory cards separate. So I will do all of these pieces, the puzzle pieces, and the state puzzle pieces. These will all be in one bundle, I think. Or maybe I'll put some memory cards in there. I don't know. I know I need to get rid of some memory cards. I can't use all of those. Now, I'm not going to try to sort these into any categories or anything. I'm just going to put together bundles, keep some for myself. I guess these could use a few more pieces, so I'll put 10 memory card pieces, memory game pieces in there. These are older, so I want to make sure I do an assortment. I don't want one bundle to get all newer ones and other ones to get all old ones. I guess I am sorting them, sort of. We've got 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna put 3 of the newer ones in, and 2 of the newer ones and 3 of the older ones. That just feels thick. Okay, that's 5 memory cards. All right, well, I got interrupted by a phone call, and then I never got back to the video because I had another interruption where I had to actually leave the house. And then my daughter came for something that we had to do regarding the trip plans and stuff. So anyway, my granddaughter's coming soon, an hour and a half, and I have to make macaroni and cheese for her. So let me just show you what I have here. I did some more sorting off camera. So I'll show you what I have. These are These are the cards I'm keeping. These are these plastic tiles. No, these are the ones I'm keeping. These I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. And these are the things I cut off of the golden book covers and those scrapbook ephemera pieces. And I think the rest of it is bundles for the shop. So I have 2 different bundles so far. These are the assorted pieces, different puzzles, and I put some of the plastic tiles in there. And then these are primarily, these are all memory game cards. So I have 3 bundles of those and 5 bundles of these. So this is, I'm getting rid of all of this, if they sell. And then I had these that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. Because I don't need to keep any more than this. Or maybe this is what I'm keeping and this is what I'm not keeping. I don't even remember now. I'll figure that out. So what else do I have here? I have this container of keychains. I actually bought these from Amazon because I liked the bright colors, and I've been putting them on quite a few journals. And some of them got spilled in that drawer. So there's one. So I'm sure I'll find more to put in there. And I had these in there because these are keychains too. I bought that at a flea market. And this, I think I bought this at a flea market, or it came in something, but it's for Claverack Electric, which I don't even think they're a company anymore. And it's got the rusty keychain. I think that's pretty cool. And this is not a keychain, but it was attached to some Skechers shoes that I bought. So I have that. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'm not going to put it in here because it'll take up too much room. But that's my keychains. I want to look at these trinkets. These are vintage, and some of them are Cracker Jack toys, and some are just random stuff. I got some of them at flea markets. Look at all those fun things. And I got some from an Etsy store. Trying to remember the name of it. It's not right there at the top of my head. Is this Claverack? Oh, it's Ready Kilowatt. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe if I think of it while I'm here with you, I'll tell you. Because I've ordered from her a few times. But she had scoops of things. And she ended up sending me a bonus scoop or 2 because she forgot to include one of my items that I had ordered. And so it took her a long time to remember to send it. So to make up for that, she asked me what I wanted. She gave me a couple choices, and I told her I would take some more scoops. So this, I found a lot more of the keychains that are spilled in there, and that's more than fills this container. So I'm going to destash some of these because I certainly don't need that many. Oh, so how many of these will I get rid of? Take multiple colors. There. So I will, which of these do I want? I think I only want this many of those tiles. So this is the destash. I'm not saying that these are all going to be destashed together, but those are the destash items. Now let's take a look at these fun things. Let's see if I have anything in here that should be with them. have a lot of these little game pieces that are fun to tie onto a dangle. And this, I didn't want to put the thread through his eye. It's like a little rooster. So I glued a bail to him. I thought this was a pink bathtub with bubbles, but it's a coal scuttle, or a coal car, railroad car. That's what it is. It's got the wheels. Looks like it belongs on a railroad car. Anyway, it's coal. It says coal on the side of it. Far from a bubble bath. Okay, I think that's all I need for this collection. Maybe not. Those things. I probably won't get rid of too many of these items. I just need to organize them. Another keychain. Okay, so I'm going to just put what I want to keep back in these jars. I think I will need 2 jars. There's a buffalo. Look at that giraffe. Oh my goodness. I think I'll put all the plastic things. There's a, I think it's a, I don't know, maybe it's an astronaut. I was going to say a scuba diver, but it's not. I think I'll put all the plastic things in one jar. There's a buffalo. Horse. I love this Mr. Peanut one. Look at Mr. Peanut. He's missing his feet. And it's attached to this Bethlehem Steel Company. It's from the Bethlehem Steel Company plant in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'm sure it didn't come with that. Somebody attached it. There's a lion and a horse's head and a racehorse and an Indian maiden, a girl with a jump rope, and a ballerina. Looks like the kind that would be on a jewelry box. I think this looks like a guy that should be on a motorcycle. And a tiger. Another horse. That is a shield, Native American shield. There's a nose. It's like a Mr. Potato Head nose. This looks like a monkey with the music box kind of a thing. The box says grins and his feet move. Interesting. I think this is the mobile gas Pegasus. There's a kangaroo, and it's got a wheel, but I don't think, I guess the wheel rolls a little bit. Yeah, I like all the plastic things, and if I have them organized, if that drawer is organized, I will use them. There's a Tweety bird, but he's green. There's a train car. There's a Mr. Potato Head shoe. Another horse. Got lots of horses. And a French horn. It's a little cameo, but it's plastic. There's another cameo. I'm going to put this in with the wooden, or the plastic things, because he's not metal. He's a little wooden clown. There's a pickle. It's kind of rubbery. I don't think this is vintage. It's probably one of those kids' erasers that don't really work like erasers. There's a yellow hat. Looks like it had to poke into something. Maybe Mr. Potato Head. Maybe I should collect all the Mr. Potato Head stuff. There's the nose and the shoe and the hat. And And I'll put all these little game tokens in here. There's a mouse with a long tail. I put a white phone in there. Here's a aqua colored phone. An elephant. Banjo. No way to hang it. Wonder if a bale would even stick to that. There's a bunch of grapes. A hat. Another phone. And a hat. Got this little leaf. I don't know what this is. I'll put it in there. I might be able to use it for something. Got some dice, but I'm going to put them in this jar. There's a wooden block. That's pretty cool. I'll put this in with my pins. It's a little Scottish guy with a kilt. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's an alien ship. It's a UFO. I don't know what to do with that. Is this a guitar pick? Yes, I believe it is. I'll put that in here. There's a watch, part of a watch, and a little compass thing missing its cover. This is caps. This little fuzzy pom-pom guy. A harmonica. I'm going to put that in here because I would use it the same way as those. There's a wooden letter. Got some scissors. This little plastic piece. I think it was glued to a barrette or something. And there is a fireman's hat and the letter L. It looks like they're not together. It looks like the L from Lorraine's sweaters on Laverne and Shirley. That's cute. I have a little horse cookie cutter. There's a carriage. Another of those rubbery pieces, a butterfly. A collie. And a bird. And bells. Oh, it's a tassel, but it's metal. And a carriage. And a metal hat. That's heavy. So I have these two jars. What else do I have in here? I have milk, or not milk bottle. These are the soda bottle caps. So when you would open your soda, pop the top off, and you couldn't screw it back on, then you would put this on the neck of the bottle and then fold this over and snap it onto your Pepsi bottle or Coke bottle. Or you don't have to have the neck piece, you just pop these on. And I believe I bought these at the flea market this past year. Got a whole bag full of these. So I don't want to keep them in this bag. They just smell like plastic. So I think I want to let them air out for a while. This is a little Cracker Jack book. I don't know where to put that. Got these little pins. Palmer Method, primary writing. It says something on the inside too, on the back. Satisfactory mastered the first 25 drills. So they would earn this pin for learning to write. This is Hustle R&B contest for our color. Hustle for our color R&B contest. Whatever that means. Little pins. These are little game bingo tokens and whatnot. That was my dryer. I want to keep these in a jar or something, not in this plastic bag. So I'll have to find something to put them in. And I got a bunch of pins. I think I should sell some pins. I got these at the flea market. These are for old time days, Valley Old Timers days that they used to have in East Smithfield or other places, but I know we had them in East Smithfield. This is Horseheads, New York. I think most of them are, but I did find one. I think I found one for East Smithfield. And they have farm images, so they're really cool. But I probably don't need this many of them. This is the East Smithfield one. I want to keep that one on a journal for me. I only found the one. The rest are from Horseheads. Wonder if they were at, oh yeah, Chemung County Fair. I wonder. This is Chemung Valley Old Timers Association. So they were probably set up at the Chemung County Fairgrounds, which I went there once when they had a fair. This one has horses on it. This is something different. New Hampshire Audubon Nature Center. So I'm going to put together a bundle or multiple bundles of some of these pins. It's another little one. Be Kind to Animals, Humane Society. Rally round the redcoats. The redcoats are coming. More from the Old Timers Day. So I would pin those on the front of a cover or something. Pin it to a piece of fabric and glue it to the cover. I got a lot of those. And I have a few more little ones in here. Get Happy for Mother. Rally round the redcoats. Get Happy for Mother. And this one says, Be strong in the Lord. And these are pins. You would fold this metal down. It's got a little sharp, not sharp, but it's a little piece that would kind of poke into your pocket and hold it in place. It says Best Classroom Team. So you'd put this on your pocket and fold this over the top of the pocket. Back when boys wore shirts with pockets on the front. This just says welcome. Isn't it pretty? Okay, I think that's all the pins. Wait, one more. Another welcome. And I have a few more game pieces in here. These are flag pins. Got this little pair of scissors. I don't know why that's in there. Okay, I'm going to make a little noise here, dumping the rest of this stuff out. There's not much, so it won't make too much noise. Okay, so I just want to get these game pieces. These are kind of cute. And Smith Brothers cough drops. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know where to put those. Got some sequins, a spoon, Joao restaurant in Kingston, New York. And it's got a champagne goblet there. And this is just a game piece. I think that's the only one I have left. Oh, I've got more pins. Oh my goodness. I've got more pins. These are little letters, and I have those in another place. So I'm going to put those together, and then maybe I will move them. That's a bottle cap. It's just a clear one, though. Okay. The rest are kind of like buttons and jewelry pieces, so they don't belong here. So I remember buying these with Layla. I think it was maybe earlier this year. She's really into pins, and I'm going to, Judy and I are both going to be bringing home some Disney pins for her. But these all have animals on them, and I think she picked a couple of them out when I first bought them. I let her pick out a couple. They're really cute animal pins. I've got a whole bag of them. So I'm keeping those. And I've got more keychains. The flags. This is another one that folds over the pocket. It says, "We try harder." This is an old one. Constructing Quartermaster, Fort Devens. You see how worn and cracked it is? Welcome Home, 77 Division. Aw. Keep New York in front, Rockefeller Javits. Activist for animals, no fur. I think that was probably a political pin. Hardest worker. Vote Keating. Boy, these are some interesting things. And this is a noisemaker. Maybe a Cracker Jack toy. That's pretty cute. And this looks like it belongs on a pen. And then you would clip this on your pocket and have the pen inside your pocket. Okay. So I'm going to take out some more of these and put my flag ones in there. And I'll put these in there. I don't know if you could see. I'll put these in there. But these are kind of big. I'm not putting them in. This isn't a screw-on lid, it just sits on there, but it's a Coke girl. Okay, now how many of these pins do I want to keep? I want that old one. Keep some for farm journals. I like that one with the tractor. I think I'll keep these and these. And I can destash all of these. Keeping the East Smithfield one. I like the little ones. I'm going to keep the little ones and these. Oh, Baptist Sunday School. I like the one with the loon on the front. And this old one. So I'll keep two of Get Happy for Mother. And didn't I thought I had more. Oh, no, I have two of that one. I thought I had more of the Rally Round the Redcoats, but I guess not. I'll keep one of the Get Happy for Mother. I don't know if I'll ever use all these pins. All right, I'll just put all of these in my pin bag. I think everything's going to fit way better in that drawer when I'm done here. And I'll keep those pins. And I think I'll keep all of these because I really want to use those in journals. But I want to keep them separate from the ones with the pin backs. I want to keep this keychain. I don't know. I think I'll keep one. And the milk bottle caps. I'm just gonna, I don't even know how to use them. I don't know how to punch a hole in them, or I could tie it on. This one would be easy, but these, I should have more like this, I thought. I've used a couple. Yeah, I don't know. I only have one left of those. This one I could put a bail on it because it's got those flat corners. If you don't know, I'm saying bail. I don't know if I showed it to you on this. I glued it to that, and then you have this part that you can put a thread through it. So this is what they look like. And you can, they're B-A-I-L, and you can buy a bag of them on Amazon. So I guess I'll just throw these in here because there's room. And these will just be in the drawer. Oh, and I still have this. I have this little jar of tiny buttons. I've got to organize my buttons so they're not here, there, and everywhere. And I have this little tray. This is the stuff from Debbie. I guess all of this is. Yeah, this is all stuff from Debbie. Somebody pointed out that I should use this apple core charm on one of the Disney journals because, you know, Snow White and the Apple. I can't believe that didn't occur to me because I used apple wallpaper. It's not a charm though. Oh yes it is. Okay, good. So, oh, this is a little piggy bank. And I could put the thread through the curly tail. Oh no, there's a loop on the back. I think I might just put these military bars in my shop. There's a knife. Okay, well, I've got to go up and start making macaroni and cheese before my granddaughter gets here. And let me know if you're interested in these military bars. They have some pins on them. I don't know what they're worth, really. There's one bar and 3 pieces attached to it. And this is one bar by itself. And then they have these little metal pins attached. They're like little brads. That's how they're attached. They're pretty cool. I hope you had fun going through my trinkets with me. I still have this bag of leather stars. I don't know if I should keep it in with the trinkets. I've stamped on some of them, but they all had the little hole already in them. I have this, which I'll put those someplace else, I think. These will probably go in the box with the little boxes that I have old metal stuff. These will go in there. But I think I have to quit down here for now. So I hope that you enjoyed going through all of these things with me. And I think I'm going to access them more because they won't be just thrown willy-nilly in that drawer. At least that's the plan. But I will see you in another video, and I hope that you are having a creative day. Just want you to take one more look at this fun stuff. I love these jars. They're the fun things. Have a creative day. Bye.